Great day, everyone. Happy blessed Saturday to you. Oh my gosh, it has been some time and I have missed you oh so much. It's your girl, Chat with Cat. It's your girl, Cat, and you are right here at the right time on Chat with Cat and Friends. This morning we have, or this afternoon, we have the awesome, your health coach, Sherry Crocker with us on this morning. She's going to share some great information about her Women's Summit that's coming up. Yes, what an awesome event. Look, especially in this month of Women's History Month, blazing, we are trailblazing, building the darn table, building the chairs, making room for ourselves, making room for everybody else. That's just how we do. That's just how we get down. And I love on us so. Love on myself so. I pray that you are loving on yourself on today and always. Keep it going, ladies. Keep it going. Look, gentlemen, as well. All of us need peace. We're going to touch on that peace aspect that's so very important to our lives on today, even more so than years past. Well, maybe not. I might be wrong in that, but even more so today for our generations, right? For our generations right now, and more so back the generations that are in the past as well. Not to, yeah, all of that, all of that, all of that. All of us need our peace. We all need our peace. So we're going to touch on some of those things. If you guys have any comments, share with us, please, any routines, peace routines that you go through to capture back your peace, like say it's gone, or you like there have been tumultuous times, there have been some challenges or anything like that. If you're having any issues hearing me right now, because it sounds and looks clear to me, everything sounds okay, but we all know how it can sound and look very different from one perspective to the next. So please let me know. Just post it up right here. I'll do all that I can, and we'll just press on. We'll do all that we can on this end, and we'll just press on and try to make things happen. Um, yes, we'll do all we can. Happy birthday to all of the March birthdays. I'm not even going to start trying to name names. There are plenty of names that I do know of, but some of them are not even coming to mind right now. Oh my gosh, I want to thank you guys, first and foremost, for all of your prayers. Thank you so much for your encouragement, your texts, your calls, and all those things. I'm telling you, this coming into year 2024 has been something for me, something for us, for my family. And I thank you so very much for every heartfelt thought, prayer, connect and couldn't, that is recognized as well, and that is appreciated as well. You connected and sent whatever the case may be. I thank you so very much. Look at your girl. I don't look like anything I've been through. God is truly good, and he is going to keep on blessing. I pray that you feel his love, that you keep on praying, stay in this life that we're living. Yeah, keep on pressing into him, that he may keep on living and manifesting on the inside of you, making those things that are inside of you come on the outside, right? I pray that you just keep on doing your best work, that God keeps on giving you the strength that you need to keep going, keep striving, keep thriving, and all that. And within all of that, we need peace. We need peace. So just as I said earlier, we're going to touch on that. Happy birthday. Now I'm getting back to the birthdays, anniversaries, milestones. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. Yep, I just made it through I've been sober 2 years, 6 months, 1 year, 1 week, whatever the case may be. Happy milestone to you. 35, whatever the case may be. It's all worth celebrating. It's all worth recognizing and acknowledging, because you put in the work, and here you are. Here you are to celebrate, and there should be accolades laid upon you for your achievement, for your success. Don't stop now and don't quit. Keep on going. I pray that you find your peace in the going. While you're going, that you have peace, that you maintain your peace, that you guard your peace, right? That you obtain your peace. Look, and pass it on. Pass on what you're doing to hold on to your peace, to maintain your peace, to try to structure your peace. Look, the other day, we had so much to do, and I just wanted to get to my nap. So I'm like, "Yep, we're gonna do this, that, and whatever, but all the extra stuff, it has to wait because I gotta get to my nap." That was a part of my piece for the day. Needed I needed that nap. I needed that nap a lot. So that was a part of me gaining my peace for that day. And that, look, naps are good. I have come to realize, understand, recognize, and appreciate a good nap. A good nap. 15, 20 minutes, and your sis, your girl, your queen, I'm good. I'm thankful for that time that is set aside for me. So while we're here, I just want to just want to shout out my mom. Look, it's Women's History Month. Shout out my mom. Shout out all those mamas out there who are standing in the gap. I know her prayers are keeping me. My grandma, may she rest in peace. I miss her oh so very much. Me and my terrific, wonderful, and awesome cousin Larissa were talking the other day. Riss Renee, yes, you know her, Coach Riss. You know, the same day we had this same emotional feeling of just missing our grandmothers and didn't even know it. We happened to start speaking about it, and different grandmothers, but still on the same day, right? It was just like, wow, I was going through that same thing with grandma. And she's like, yep, I was going, yep. So, it's just something. It's just something about the steadfast love of a loving, praying grandma, mama, all those that have, they may be gone, they may not be, may still be strong and wielding in your life. Praise God for that. Praise God for that. But those who have gone, and it's just like, I know their prayers, their strength, their struggle, all the power that they had, that they put into raising me, to all that they had, they tried and did the best that they could do, which is what we're here doing right now, right? You powerful woman, you highly esteemed woman, queen. Praise God for you and all that you're pouring into your children, your young men, your young women, your princess, your young king. Accolades off to our men as well, because you need peace as well. So we're speaking pieces for everybody. This is just not for, it's just not for the ones that feel weak and timid and all that. We all need it. We all need strengthening. We all need upbuilding. We all need empowering. We all need that togetherness and unity. Maybe some, not as much as others, which is like one of my, you'll hear me say that all the time, because everybody isn't the same, and all things aren't the same for everybody, and everything doesn't affect everybody the same. And I wish we went about laws, rules, regulations, and policies in that manner for a lot of things. But that would take time. And that's the one thing that people shy away from, is taking the time to sit down, because you have to carve out things, and that would take telling the truth about some things, that would take telling the truth about some things, when you carve it out and look at it closely and really identify some things, right? So everything isn't for everybody. Everything isn't going to impact everybody the same way. Whether you're the same color, whether you're the same height, whether you're the same size, the same age, whatever, you're going to be impacted differently. And that needs to be appreciated, that needs to be recognized, and all of that. So I will time and time again say, for some more than others, because it's going to differentiate, it's going to vary, and there will be circumstances where it will be the same, but you don't know, you just don't know. But what's for you is for you. God be praised and Godspeed go with you in that. You find yours and you go with that, right? And nothing is wrong with it. You find yours and go, if it's comforting and it's ease and it's not hurting anybody, we're going to always promote not hurting anybody, always standing for justice, and always doing what's right, and always seeking to be safe and heard, and hearing others, respecting others. Will always promote that. We'll always win, you guys. We'll always win, because we'll always been on win and be on the winning team. It might not look like it, but we are. But yes, to say the least, I thank you guys for being with and sharing this moment with us on today. I'm sorry. I should have bought my water and said it right here. And I started to. I was like, this close. I should have kept it and bought it right here. But yeah, thank you guys for being with us. Share this live with everybody. Share this live with everybody. We'll be touching and going and posting up some shorts and dropping them on people here and there. We're doing some things. It was a hectic week. If you are not akin to my Facebook page, then I welcome you to like my Facebook page, Chat with Cat and Friends, just the same. Emerging to Wellness, which is going to change to Emerged to Wellness Support Services. Yes, yes, we're doing some things. We're doing some things. So God be praised. Keep on praying for the Wilsons, you guys. Thank you so very much for that. I am definitely praying for you. You are not alone. You are not alone. Whatever you might be feeling, thinking, up, down, or whatever, you are not alone. And that's one of the things that I wish to echo like to everybody, because there's so many circumstances that we go through that we feel like we're alone. I was looking through just you comb through the internet, the web pages or whatever, whatever the wording is now. Lingo changes so much every single day, but you go through and look at the content. It's so much going on. My heart goes out to each and every person who may be facing a grief type of situation on today, on last week, years ago, whatever, but you have grief in your heart and it's in your space, it's within your family, it's you're directly connected to it, indirectly connected to it, however that looks. We are definitely praying for you. It's just so very much. We're praying for you. Definitely. My family has been, yep, hit kind of well, me and indirectly in some sorts, indirectly, but many of my other families very directly. So a huge shout out of condolences to my Harris family and our Wilson family. We're here in Baltimore, Maryland. Where are you guys? Where are you? Post out where you're watching from or where you're listening from, where you're popping in from, whatever the case may be. Thank you so very much for taking the time. Let me know that you're out there. Whenever you should watch, because this is YouTube, so it's on the World Wide Web. So you very much so have your choice and liberty at any time to shut it off, look at it later, whatever the case may be. So let me know. Send me your comments. Let me know how everything is going with you. Again, let me know how you decompress, how you deal with peace, and all of those things. I'm going back to my family is just praying for all of us. We're it's like we're going through so many things. But God, because I'm a living testimony and I'm a witness. And I know you probably is that you've seen what the challenges that you've seen, what you've made it through, how he's made a way, how he's answered prayers, how he's healed your body, all of these different things. And we just give God great praise for all of those things, even the things that we don't understand that come along and hurt, that hurt, and we don't want to face it. Thank you, oh Lord God, for giving us comfort in those times, even while we're going through, even while we're laying in the hospital bed and it's just painful and we don't understand the doctor saying all of these big words. I was at the doctor last I had to go to the ER last Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those days. And the doctor came in, and at first, number one, I don't even understand your name. Please write it down. And they kind of look at you, but I need you to write it down. I need you to write down your name because I don't even understand what you just said. Your name is got all of these letters in it. And I hear you, but I can't repeat that. I write it down, please, because I can't say it, but at least we also promote being a self advocate, you guys. Be a self advocate for yourself. I want to encourage you to ask for the things that you need, truly express yourself in the way that your body is feeling. And you know what? If that physician, specialist, or what have you isn't listening to you, you don't feel that they're giving you the care that they need. If you can, um, seek out another physician, seek out another specialist, seek out someone else. And get check for feelers, check with people that that may be going through some of the same things, and see who they're seeing, who's their doctor, because your information is confidential. It might be someone that but they're not going to share your information. Just because you go to the same doctor doesn't mean they're going to. Nope, that doesn't happen. But if that person shares the same issues that you do and they love their doctor, oh my gosh, they're so attentive, they listen, they hear me, I'm so comfortable, I feel safe, and all of these things, I want that doctor. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I want that physician. I would like that specialist. Of course, we got the other things that we have to check into as well. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. I don't like that saying, but anyway, don't limit. That's what that means. Let's not limit ourselves and telling ourselves, oh, my insurance probably won't cover it. Try. Look it up. Look it up. Check. Do your research. And if it doesn't, then you know that it doesn't. Or if you made the phone call to check, it doesn't. But don't just limit. You don't tell yourself no when the answer could be yes. So I want to encourage you to be an advocate for yourself in that way, that you do your research. Check for these physicians, see what the good news is about them, especially if you're not getting the care that you need. And we deserve great care. We deserve great care. It's so frustrating, this healthcare system. I've been a part of it recently, and it's so very frustrating. Um, it's so very frustrating to have to deal with some of the things that come with it, the treatment and all of those things that you see. I haven't been treated any blatant kind of outlandish way, but I've seen it, and yeah, it sucks a lot. So we're going to keep praying about that and doing what we can do. All the other stuff, we're going to ask God to make a way, remove it, reshape it, I don't know, reestablish it. Whatever that sounds like and looks like, God knows. And we'll find the words for that. He'll give us those words for that. But I pray that those things get reshaped and just remodeled in a way that justice is done in a way that is equal for all, right? It's equal for all. I pray that you hear that, that you hear that, and we all touch and agree. That we all touch and agree on that. So, well, I am, I am here just hanging out with you guys. I'm touching base with you, and I would love a check in because it's been a minute. It's been a minute. If you could check in with me, that would be great. If not, that's cool too, because there are things that I know that I do know, and I can go on, and it's no problem at all. I love sharing with you. I love encouraging you. I love just reaching out and just pouring in. I love to be poured into as well. So don't get me wrong. Don't think that this queen doesn't sit back and listen and take in, and I don't get learned because I do. I appreciate that as well, and I'm so excited for it. I'm excited for it too. So the summit that Sherry has coming up, there will be more about it in the description section. And if she is not on today, we will definitely try to have her on. It may come after the fact because I believe the summit is next week. Yep, I believe the summit is next week, and she's here. So we're gonna have her join us in a moment. But once again, I want to thank you guys for joining us. We just look forward to, as wellness, health coaches, social workers, therapists, all of those titles, supporters, encouragers, all of that. We just look so forward to just giving out the information and all that. Earlier, I had said if you guys weren't akin to or connected to my Facebook page, please do that. I do post up job openings. If you have employment opportunities, please let me know. I would love to post it. I love to blast it. If you have a business or what have your organization, I love to post that up as well. Just shout you out for the amazing work that you do that is reaching your community. Whether it's on whatever scale and level that it's on, it's worth the recognition and it's worth the acknowledgement and it's worth us knowing about it so that we can tap into it just in case we need it. You may have a service that I need, but if I don't know about it, and not that you can't get it anywhere else, but your girl Cat is going to post you up right on my page. And I like to shout you out on my channel too. So email me at catwellnesscoach@gmail.com. I appreciate you. I pray that you appreciate me. And that you're praying for me as well and my family. Yep, we're going to talk about peace. And let's welcome Sherry right now. I see you backstage, lady, and let me get my format together. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna press it one more time. There we go. There we go.
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
Cher. Hey, great afternoon. How are you,
Good
Queen?
afternoon. Oh, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Queen. She is in the house. Yes. And it's so glad to see you again, Kat. Thank you so much for having me and giving me this opportunity to share.
Awesome, awesome. Yep. So we're going to pause. We're going to speak and we're going to pause. It seems like there's a little lag. And I want everybody to hear all the awesome information that you have for us to share. And look, that we both have to share. So we're not going to belay the time anymore. Tell us about Queen She Visits, about this awesome, wonderful Women's Summit that you have coming up with all these beautiful speakers you have lined up. I went on the page yesterday and I was like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Tell us about it, Sherry.
Yes, I am feeling truly blessed to be meeting so many wonderful women from all over the world for this I Vote for Me Women's Summit. It's all about self love and self care, about women taking out the time to vote for themselves and put themselves first so that they can pour from an overflowing cup and not just an empty cup or even a cup that's full. We want to be pouring from
Yeah.
the overflow of that cup. So we have, yes, some wonderful women from all over. It started the I Vote for Me campaign. Really, I started prior to COVID, and I had this idea. But the first I Vote for Me summit actually occurred during the 100th year anniversary of the women's suffrage. And it kind of sparked something in my spirit to start during that time of celebration and also to do it every 2 years because it's the big election year in the United States. And so I wanted women to start taking out the time when they're voting for others in office and local primaries and things like that. I would like for them to also step back and say, hey, what are the things that I do for voting for others that I need to do for myself, such as when you're doing your research, when you're looking up the different candidates, then look at yourself the same way. Sit back and observe and reflect. What am I? What have I done for myself lately? Right. And just check that out. And so that's how this whole campaign started with the I Vote for Me. And yes, the first year that we did it, it was about cultivating self-love. And this year is going to be cultivating self resilience. And some of the stories are just amazing and very inspiring. Every time I listen to the speakers, I get inspired myself.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, I saw that cultivating resilience. I just love the word cultivating. You'll see it so many times on my page and in my own language. I just love the word cultivating because it lends to actually putting your hands something and doing something about something, you know? So I love that. I heard everything you said, I promise you. But I
Mhm.
love when you said that we need to pour from a cup of overflow instead of that empty cup. Can you go into that a little bit more, just in case somebody out there, for me, and just in case somebody else out there just needs a little more information about what that looks like?
Sure. I would say one of the really common examples for anyone that has flown a plane, we always hear the flight attendant tell everyone, if anything was to happen, please grab the oxygen mask and put it on you first. So before you even put the mask on your child. And the reason behind that is just like from the overflow, is you want to make sure you're in a place of strength and you can carry on. You don't want to be working from a place where you're empty and you don't have the strength, because all that's going to do is lessen what you can really offer. And sometimes that can turn into resentment because you're just doing things because, you really don't want to do it. You don't feel like it. You don't have the energy and you can't say no. You don't know how to say no. And you're pouring from that. And that energy actually transfers over into those that you are really trying to help. And just like it says somewhere in the Bible, it says something about like give freely, right? They want you to be able to give freely. The same thing. You want to give from a loving place. You want to do things because you want to do it and because it is from a positive intentions or a loving space, and you are full of the love and the energy and the inspiration to do what it is that you want to do for others.
Yeah, yeah. I hear that. I was watching a show and they did that exact, one of the people on it had a fit because some kind of way you had to, when the when no, it's when you're on the air, it was when you were on the airplane, you had to, if you sat by, I guess that midsection, you
Emergency.
had to kind of be the person who did all of the emergencies. But but yeah, I get it. I get it. We've gotta take care of ourselves because everything kind of flows from us, you know, and just like you're saying, that vibration, you know, we kind of pass it on from one person to the next. So we definitely want to be right. We want to be right, and we want to, I love that though, from a place of overflow rather than having your cup empty, having your emotional bank, so to speak, having your
Mhm.
emotional bank kind of depleted. You know, you want to, yeah, you want to be ready and full and all that stuff. But cultivating resilience. So did you give what that, where that part came from? Like, did you make those topics, or were they a part of when it first began?
I normally follow my spirit. So I think it was back in November of last year is when I was spending some time in prayer and meditation on what would be the next topic. What should I focus on? What should be the focus for women? And the resilience, just look thinking about some of the women that's had so many challenges. I was meeting women that were becoming, as we get older, in our 50s, and we start experiencing death, right? People that are passing away in our circles. And we witness people becoming grandparents. We witness people losing their loved ones that they may have been with for 20 years. For people just are leaving us, and then also people are getting ill. There's all types of illnesses that are coming into our life. We have some of the women are now becoming caretakers of their parents, right? So all these different types of challenges, you're thinking about your career. Should I change? Should I retire? There's retirement going on. So there's so many changes going on in our lives right now. And especially at my age that I'm seeing amongst my peers. And so that's where I was like, okay, you know what? There's other people that's going to be going through this, and they're going to be continuing to go through this as we get older. So let's hear about how they overcome these challenges. How do they bounce back? How do they, what are the tips that they can give to other women? And so that is why, and I wanted to hear those tips as well as I'm going through menopause and all these other types of changes, in my body. And so I thought that's why I said, okay, cultivating self resilience is always going to be cultivating something, is always going to be the foundation, is going to be love, loving yourself first. And then all of these other selfies is what I call it, the selfies. You'll be able to start implementing those and improving in those areas in your life.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, awesome. Yep, I love the selfies as well. And can you believe, or and I know you may have heard, but can you believe that like some people want to put a twist on that and make it like backfire on you, whereas if I'm taking care of myself and I'm caring for myself in a manner, I'm going to take a step. I'm going to go away. Like I'm just giving examples of some things that I might be thinking because I'm trying to take care of me. Maybe I don't know. There's some challenges now. So there are some people and some teachings and some things that would tell us that that's selfish. If you could believe, I'm like, who? Why? No, no. So that's one thing that we want to gravitate and maybe run away from. We want to run away from that kind of thinking. Would you agree, Sherry?
Yes, and thank you for bringing that up because that is one of the key things. Yes, there's a lot of strong beliefs in that you're supposed to sacrifice, right? Especially
We
growing
want
up
to
in
run away from
church.
that thinking just because,
Yes.
right? Mm-hmm.
And I was going to say, and growing up in church,
Go.
that was one of the things that, a lot of people believe is that you're supposed to sacrifice yours. And as women, we're always told that we're the caretakers, we're the care providers, and we're supposed to do those things and make those sacrifices. And then later on, we can live our lives with our spouse, or we can, after retirement, we can do whatever we really want to do in life. But again, that goes back to
Right.
beliefs, right? And if you think about it, if you truly think about it, when you say sacrifice, just think about how that makes you feel. And God has given us all, the choice and a spirit and consciousness where we can actually feel if something is right or wrong. And if you think about sacrificing yourself to a point where it's making you ill, or you're just not happy, that's not what God wants for us. He wants us to live a life of abundance.
Right. You're exactly right. If it doesn't feel good and you're not happy about it, then we definitely want to steer away from that kind of thinking, those kind of behaviors, those people, because there would be people who think um they deserve to be. So that's why these discussions are so needed, because some of them are steeped in a religious manner, some of them are steeped in the way we were raised, some of them are steeped in, and they have traditionalisms in them. Because I need time alone, because I need these things for me. Some of us, and I'll say for me, there was a time where I felt like I did feel selfish. I did feel like, it wasn't right, or, because on the inside, because that's how it's almost like psychological. It's a mindset that we grew up in, and how, so that's why these conversations are so worthwhile, and they're so needed to kind of untangle and kind of and reshape and reform into how God would have us to think, be healthy concerning ourselves, our thinking, and self-care for ourselves. Now, those are things that we should be doing for ourselves, and in addition to caring for others. I'm sorry. In
Yes.
addition for caring for others, and all of those things, reaching out and pulling in and community and all those things, we definitely have to be strength for ourselves as well, and know when to say no, know when to,
Mhm.
back away, and all of those things right there. Yes, ma'am.
Mhm. Yes, yes, that is so true. And I would like to also just add like a little example of when you were talking about, finding your peace, right? So I do want to share, like, if you think about your sleep, right? You're sleeping at night, you're at home and you're in a peaceful home, everything's wonderful, it's beautiful, you have everything you desired in there, sleeping good, and then all of a sudden a thief is breaking into your house, right? A thief, it just ruining your
Hmm.
peace, right? So I want to use that visual as I share with you some of the thieves of your mental peace, okay? The thieves of your mental peace. And some of them are like you're
Girl.
spending. So one is you're spending more time than you save, right? You're spending more than you can save. So as far as finances, right? That's a mental piece. That steals your mental peace when you don't have enough or you feel a lack of money. You don't like who you are. Again, that goes back to that self-love, the foundation. You got to love yourself first before you can even start trying to love
Mm,
others. You don't know how to set boundaries. We talked about that, not being able to say no. You're not treating your body right. Again, going to health, taking care of yourself, moving. Don't eat the things that you know is making your stomach hurt and
right.
making you sick and tired. You're not being real with yourself.
Yep.
Okay. Be authentic. Don't be a fake. Don't look at everything on
Mm-hmm.
social media trying to imitate people, right? You're reacting, not responding. That is one thing that has actually helped me have more peace is that I pause before I respond. I just respond. I respond because I have a little pause and I think about it, then I respond instead of just reacting off the emotions like, oh, no, she didn't say that. Oh, no, they didn't do that to me. Instead of reacting. You care too much about what others think. This is another thief of your mental peace. How
Come
many
on now.
people care? We always
Mm-hmm.
care about that is one of the biggest
Yep.
things. If you can get to a place in your life, and most women after the age of 50, and maybe it starts around 40, but definitely a lot of my friends over 50, they are like, I'm not caring about what people think no more. I'm going to live my life, and that's okay. Right. And then the final thing is a lot of our
Right.
career minded individuals, you're working at the wrong job. You're just working. I see people working in different industries and they've
Mhm.
been there for 20, 30 years working for the government because they're like, oh, it's safety and security. But at the cost of your peace, that is not worth it to me. So those are just some of
Right.
the things I just wanted to share. So it's very important to
Yeah.
take a look at, those thieves of your mental peace.
Yes. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that mental peace. And you caught the thieves of our mental peace, man. And I will have that list. If you could send me that list, because it was very choppy right there. So I apologize, you guys, because you might be frustrated. Like, what did she say right there? I'll put it in the description section of the YouTube channel, and it'll be right there for you to see that, and maybe, and relate to it, because we all can relate to almost each of those things that were listed in some way, shape, or form. Or we might know somebody who does, right? It might not be me, it might be, yeah. We like to point the finger, but At any rate, thank you so much for those, because they are like those things that drag us down and help add to insecurity, help add to lack, the mind of, not having enough. That was one of the first things you said, just, and you're just in a spiral all the time, and you're kind of at,
Mhm.
what, you're just out of out of wits, to kind of spinning on edge, trying to do this and that, and everything that you named is like, is so close to what we what identify ourselves with. Everything that you said is something that we identify ourselves with, so that
Mhm.
means it's very important to us. So it's very
Mhm.
important for us to get rid of those thieves and turn it around, make it, formulate it in a more positive manner, eating more healthy, eating the things that we need to eat. We might not be as active as we can or need to be, and we should be, but we can definitely put the right things in our body and still, eating the things that we shouldn't. We got to do one or the
Mhm.
other. If we can only choose one, let's do one. Let's do one or the other. But definitely that. So yes, we did want to touch on peace, and we wanted to touch on boundaries. Oh my gosh, and that was one of your thieves as well,
Thieves.
was setting boundaries, you guys. I wanted to talk about that because, yeah, because in just being empowered and being strengthened and being a giver and being an encourager and being mom, women, we wear so many hats, and dads do too, but we're focusing on women. We're focusing on what it is that we do and how we move, and all that we give, and being the people that we are. Many of us, it's not everybody, you'll hear me, yep, everything, not for everybody, but being
Mhm.
the nurturers that we are, most of us and all of that, sometimes there are issues with setting boundaries, and it's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to say no. I can myself attest to having that struggle, having that challenge of, man, my first answer is yes. Like, before I even say, well, where or what, before I even before I even ask important questions, like, well, how far is it, or whatever, I'll say, oh yeah, sure. And it's like, well, you should have found out where it was. And then I find out where it is, and it's like, dang, I didn't know it was that far. What you can't.
Mhm.
So it's okay. It is really okay to set boundaries, because guess what? If you don't, somebody else will. It's okay. It's really okay. Come on, Sherry, pop in. It is really okay. What
Yes,
you got
thank
about
you.
boundaries?
Yes. Oh my God. That is so important for me. And it took me some time to actually learn some ways to set my boundaries and not feel guilty or bad about it. Right. So, again, that comes from that foundation of self love. Once you start loving yourself more and knowing your self worth, and also realizing what you was put on this earth to do, right?
Right.
Understanding your purpose. So, some of the tips that I can give as far
Hmm.
as like boundary setting is, one of the things is, don't start
Yes.
something that you can't continue, right? So, when it comes to like my career, we have limits on our work hours, right? You got to set boundaries. So, if you don't want to be up working at 8 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night, or waking up 2 o'clock in the morning doing work, then don't start doing that. So you set those boundaries. That's something you have control over
Right.
before anyone even asks you to do that. Right. But if they see you doing that, you're already letting them know, oh, it's okay. But then it starts interfering with the rest of your life, because you're not having time for yourself, time for your family, and the things that you really love doing, right? Living out that purpose driven life. The other thing is, the question to ask yourself when you about not setting boundaries is why? Why are you not setting boundaries? Is it because you believe, is it out of fear? because you think you're going to lose your job? Is it out of losing a friend because you don't want to be alone? There's so many other underlining reasons that the universe and God is putting in your path so that you can step back and say, oh, that's an area I need to work on, because you're going to keep repeating those cycles and keep repeating those different types of experiences where people asking you, hey, can I come? Can I use your car? Can I use your car? Can you take me here? Can you take me there? And you become a taxi driver for people because you're not feeling like, you're like, why? So ask yourself, why are you doing it? What is it that you're afraid of? And then work on that within yourself, because that's an opportunity for you to improve yourself and get closer to who you really are supposed to be and what you were put here on this earth to be. So I would say look at your beliefs and why you're doing that. Also, try to figure out what is the emotion behind it. What are you afraid of? Fear is the lowest emotion on the emotional scale. That is at the bottom, the lowest vibration, the lowest frequency is fear, is at the bottom. That's what depression and all of that. So you have to try to figure out a way to get your emotions built up to at least to a place of hope or a place of confidence, right? Where you're okay and self-worth. So those are some of the tips that I just want to, but yes, boundaries and saying no is something that it takes some time, but start somewhere. Just start somewhere.
Yes, wow, that's awesome. Can any of you guys relate to having issues or having had issues or challenges with boundaries or any of the other things that we've spoken about? Peace, and you mentioned frequency. Look, let it be said that you heard it right here. Peace is God's frequency, you guys. That's where we hear him most, and there's clarity when we are at peace. And
Mhm.
where are my glasses? Look, I had to jot this down and I want to read it. Let's see, what time is it? And I wanted to read it. Did you have to leave at a specific time, Sherry? I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, and I did want to give some more tips on the peace as well, in the midst of the storm. So
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Um, Awesome. I'm gonna let you go. And then I'm gonna come in with this because it's like scientific stuff. Look, I'm like
go
sometimes
ahead.
I pray to God and I'm like, or I talk to God. Pray, talk. I guess it's the same thing. Because that's what you're doing, right? And I'm like, was I supposed to be a nutritionist? I love reading and studying and journals and stuff. That was one of my favorite things to do when I was in school. I liked like writing. And don't send me any, I'm not writing your papers, okay? But that's one of the things that I like to do. I like the research part of writing papers. I just comb through, I stay up all night. I'm one of those people. I stay up
Mhm.
all night just reading and combing and just reading a whole bunch of information and stuff. I love that. I love research.
Learning.
Now, do I like to do it when I need to do it? That's a whole nother thing, and that's a whole nother show. We won't talk about that because we'll be talking about me then. But yeah, so I'll share about what is it? Diaphragmic breathing. That if you guys have been to therapy or even at your doctor's offices, they'll have you do deep breathing to help you calm down. We're going to talk about some of the scientific benefits behind that because sometimes it's like, okay, I'm breathing, so what? I breathe every day, but no, it's a little bit different. And these are the reasons why it's helpful to you and for us to do, maybe on a daily basis. Give it a try. But what else did you have, Sherry, for peace?
We are definitely on the same page, and I hope everything that we're sharing is definitely gets comes through clearly for the listeners there, because that is one of the items that I will just point out, and then you can share, go into more depth about the breathing. So what I wanted to just share is how to find peace in the midst of a storm, or daily peace, right? To have daily peace. And the acronym that I'm going to use is prayer, Prayer. And you're just talking about praying. So this is right on point. So P is pray. Ask and it shall be given. Have a conversation with God. Say whatever you want once. Believe it and then let it go. Let go and let God. Believe in that higher power. I think that is the first thing to pray, right? Or meditate. R, release. Release those limiting beliefs developed from past painful experiences, such as a bad breakup, a layoff, a child taking the wrong path that you didn't agree with, the loss of a child, the loss of a loved one, feeling hopeless about things you can't change outside of yourself. Release that. Release the news that's causing you to feel hopeless and the social media that's causing you to feel that you're not good enough. Trepidation. Let go of that fearfulness. Embrace fear. Learn to embrace it. And these are just some of the roles of, just being able to release these items. A is acknowledge. Acknowledge that fear and challenges have come to teach you something and allows you to grow. Another one is practice gratitude. So under acknowledgement, thanking the fear or the challenge for
Yeah.
showing up. Be thankful for whatever it is. Just acknowledge it. And then also accept it. Acceptance and gratitude go hand in hand because it reduces burnout, promote resilience as well. Okay, which is all about the summit, right? And then yield. Why for yield? We want to just yield, practice faith, lean not unto your own understanding, right? In all your ways, acknowledge him, he will direct your path. So just yield, practice your faith, pace, past experiences is a good teacher. However, don't let your past make you fearful of trying something new, right? So it's all about that perception. Learn more about yourself. I mentioned that
Yeah.
earlier. This is all part of just yielding, stepping back. How resilient or courageous are you? How resilient? Take a step back and yield. And then E is exhale. And I'm going to let you expand upon that, but just intentional breathing, right? Intentional breathing. It reduces a lot of the parasympathetic and the cortisol and all of that. And I'll let you go into detail, all the benefits. But I have just get away. Exhale is not just about the breathing, but just get away, travel, go see a movie, take a walk in nature, read, drive somewhere. And then the last letter R is just
Mhm.
repeat. Repeat all of those things. And so now I'm going to turn it
Mhm.
back over to you, Kat, so you can
Yeah.
expand upon the exhaling piece of the prayer acronym for finding more peace in the midst of any storm in each day.
Well, let me just say I love your acronym. You guys, the acronym will be in the description section because it was kind of choppy there, but the acronym
Oh.
will be in the description section. And Sherry, you know what? I'm going to ask that you post it on your page. Sherry has a YouTube channel as well. She's going to give all her social information nearing the end, and we're coming to a close soon, you guys. So hang with us. Thank you so much all these good gems. We know they're good. So you know what? We're going to speak life into them, and we hope that you are grabbing hold of them, that you use them. Use what you can and what applies to you. And pass on the rest, pass everything on, to the next person as well. Because it's all beneficial. It's all beneficial to help us do a little bit better. So I gotta put on my glasses. I gotta put on my glasses. So a study shows that diaphragmatic breathing, because I was like, I looked up deep breathing and it was like it said diaphragmatic breathing. I was like, okay, we getting fancy. It's diaphragm because it's your deep belly breathing. So we we inhaling from our bellies, right? It's not the regular walk. So diaphragmatic breathing help us. So did you know that it lowers your heart rate and blood pressure? I kind of had some semblance about that because when I go to the doctor, y'all, they told me I have high blood pressure, okay, and I have these pills and stuff. But before I had my check done, they're like, take a deep breath. And I wasn't doing it. They showed me how to do it correctly. I thought I was doing deep breaths right all my life. But here you are telling me that I was doing it wrong. But it lowers your heart rate and your blood pressure. It decreases muscle tension. So it relaxes us, okay, when we take time to deep breathe. It increases blood oxygenation. And this is it helps blood flow when you're upset and angry. When you're upset and angry, should I wait till I get to that? Not thinking, when people just do things without thinking. Yep. If I work with adults as well, but having them learn to think, that's a part of thinking. It allows you a chance to think before you act, because when you don't think, you just do the thing, and it's usually not the right thing to do. So we want to stop and think. And that, when you breathe, it gives your brain oxygen and room to think, especially when your emotions are high and your
Mhm.
mind is telling you to, I don't know. And these are just examples. Your mind may be telling you, grab the knife. It may be telling you, punch him in the face. They may be telling you all of your
Mhm.
mind could be telling you, because you're reacting to something. This is why I'm saying these things. It's not because but you're reacting to something negative that happened. And it does happen. It does happen. These are natural human reactions, but we can counter those actions. We don't have to act on our impulse. We can take a deep breath and think things through, right? Let the oxygen flow to our brains so that we can think better, right? It brings warmth to the hands and feet. Yeah, that's relaxing. It
Mhm.
increases energy and motivation. Didn't know deep breathing did all that, but it does. It improves concentration.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. I'm learning here. And you guys can look this up. Google is our friend. It's your homegirl's friend, Sherry's friend. I see you nodding your head. Yep, it's our friend.
Mhm.
Improves concentration. It strengthens the immune system, and it reduces stress hormones. And that stress hormones is a part of what I was just speaking on, as far as thinking. And these are, these are tips that we can yes, as a matter of fact, teach our children, teach our youth,
Mhm.
and calming down, because
Yes.
things get heightened and they go so fast, and we have to teach them, excuse me, we have to learn to teach them how to handle no how to handle when things don't go their way, because maybe things always go their way, and they've never heard the word no, where we got to stop doing that too. But anyway, that's another show. But we have to teach them how to handle controversy, challenges, opposition, and all of that stuff in a good manner, or in a manner that does not have horrible consequences, right?
Mhm.
For the benefit of them, for the benefit of the community, because we want them to be, successful members of society. We want them to, be prosperous and have everything that God has for them. But when we're not using every tool that He gave us the tool of breathing, for goodness sake, to
Mhm.
give us oxygen so our minds can breathe, so we don't have to run on impulse all day long. We don't have to, shout whatever comes to mind. We can think. We can think. We can stop. We can take a deep breath. We can formulate ideas. We can formulate resolutions. We have to teach and share that with one another. Have it within ourselves. Teach and share that with one another, especially those close to us, those indirectly to us, however that should look in your seminars, your summits, the Sherry Summit coming up,
Mhm.
however that should look. We have to, those are things that we have to do because it doesn't seem like it's being done as much as it probably should. And I would love a hand in that. I would love a hand in that. But God is great. He gives us the access and ability to deep breathe. So that's what we should do. Use your breathing skills, guys. I'm gonna use mine ever so much more because these benefits right here, they're good for me. They help me. It helps me
Mhm.
every single day. So and I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I think that I would like to just add to that as far as the breathing. The reason that I find it to be so beneficial is that when I take deep breaths and I just kind of sit back and pause before I respond, it actually you will respond from your spirit, like who you really are, right? Not based off of past experiences and things like that or hurt. It's like, how does your spirit want you to respond right now? So it kind of, that's one of the things that it gives you clarity on how you should handle a situation or give you some creative solutions as well. It really does work. And yoga is one of the things that I love doing from time to time. That's all about
Yes.
breathing and just, releasing certain energies and areas of your body. And it definitely brings more clarity. So breathing is something I do all the time when I'm feeling overwhelmed or a little stressed. Just pause, take 3 deep breaths. I normally do a 5-5-7 where I breathe in for 5 seconds, I hold it for 5 seconds, and then I release it for 7 seconds. And I'm doing like the breathing that's intentional.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's just a wonderful thing, and we have it. We have it. It's not anything you have to go and buy. You don't have to, it's just right there. It's free for us to use. So let's use it, guys. Let's use these deep breathing skills that we have in meditation, in prayer. Make them all culminate together. God gave us these things. They're gifts and they're treasures for us to use for our benefit and for his glory so that we can be who he has created us to be. Shay, what are your did you have anything else concerning the summit? Is it too late for anybody to join if they wanted to join? And what's the date of it? I don't think we said the date yet.
Yes, it starts Monday. It starts March the 11th through the 15th. We'll be releasing several speakers each day. It's all online, it's free. You can listen to them anytime that you want to listen to them throughout the entire summit. On that Saturday, next Saturday, the 16th, we will be having a live Zoom call with some of the speakers, and you can join and ask any questions that you may have. We have more conversation then. And then you'll also be able to, there will be some prizes that I will be giving out. So if you register, which I'm sure we'll give the registration link, once you get that, you'll have all of the information on the how to join the private Facebook group, which is called I Vote for Me Women's Community. So you'll have that. Also, you'll have additional contact information for me. But right now, you can reach me on all the social media platforms under Queen She Visions. That's Queen She Visions with an S. Also, I would like to challenge each and every one of you to do a hashtag I vote the number for me, and just leave a video, or you can leave a comment and just let me know, what does I vote for me mean to you? Like, what does it mean to you? Again, it starts Monday. It's not too late to register at all. And before I leave, I just would like to do a little song for you all to inspire you all.
Amazing. We're ready. Did anybody have any
Oh,
questions? I
we're
think we're all
ready.
good. I think we're all good.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you so much for
this is
joining.
okay. This is going to be
Are you
really
ready?
short. Yes, I am. Yes. Okay. So this is something that came to me in my
Okay.
spirit this morning to share with you all. And it is a song because I went to see the story One Love about Bob Marley. And it was really a lot about his wife and how she, her just being the backbone and really being there, very supportive through all the challenges that they went through, including getting, shot in the head and still moving forward, in their mission. And they understood what their purpose was in this world from God. And that was to try to bring peace to the world. And so I just wanted to share this because we're talking about peace and finding peace, also talking about resilience, self-resilience through, challenging times and being able to bounce back. So I'll just share a little bit of this song and I'm sure everybody knows it and you can join in or maybe listen to it later. Three little birds, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Saying don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds is by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. This is my message to you. So don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. I said don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. So don't worry.
Amen. All right. All right. I dig it. I dig it. Don't worry about a thing. Look, because every little thing is going to be all right. We got to put our energies and our mind space and all of these things that we have around us
Mhm.
connect. And we are so blessed to have had you on the show. Thank you for your serenade. I appreciate it. Thank you for the good vibes and all that you're doing right here on this earth. And we just pray here at Chat with Cat with friends and friends just appreciate all that you're doing. We pray that God continues to just move and speak through you. You are connected. So I'm just thankful for all that you're doing, that you're just obedient and you're listening and moving and going like in grace, and it's so graceful. You just speak with this power and with this knowledge and wisdom for you. Like it's just creating space for you and it's opening doors for you. And I'm just thankful. I'm thankful to
Mhm.
be connected to you and just grateful for all that you do, all the women that you're able to touch that have been connected to you. Thank you so much, Sherry, because it's been a minute. It's been a few years for us. We touched base probably, I don't even know. I don't even know, but it's been a minute. So I'm just so very thankful to that. We've remained connected, disconnected, but yet connected. That's how God's spirit is, and you just never forget a loving friend. You just never forget a loving friend. And
Always
you kind of
connected.
just pick up and keep on going where you last left off. How long ago it
Mhm.
was, it doesn't even matter. So I thank you, girl. I thank you, and I pray just peace and blessings upon everything, your
Thank you
family,
so very much.
everything that
Same to you.
you do and that you think about, that you even envision. I mean, yeah. And everybody that's here, we just praying for you. We just praying for you, everybody. You good?
Oh, yes, this was wonderful. Thank you so very much. I'm going to send you all the information so that your attendees and everybody that's watching later and watching the replay can join. But again, thank you so very much. And I just wish
Yes.
everyone just stay in peace
Yes.
and not peaceless. And that's from Ilana Van Zant.
Yes. 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 All right. Well, we'll see you later. Thank you so much, Sherry. I'm not going to be here too much longer. I done ran them off the whole first half and they tired of me. So have a great rest of the day. Have a wonderful evening. Stay dry. You did share with me. It was raining there. And then see as well. Be good. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Every little thing. God is good, and we praise God for Sherry on today. I'm so thankful for our friendship. It has been some time for us that we got a chance to spend some time together, and I just like I was telling her earlier, I even forgot that she had moved to North Carolina. She may have never even lived here. I'm not even sure, but our paths have crossed once or twice a few years back, and we were able to connect again just for this, and we'll be connecting again. I'm sure because we're well in the same areas of, just encouragement, uplifting, and cultivating within one another. I pray you guys have a wonderful, awesome, and just jubilant rest of the day and rest of the weekend. Stay in if you want to stay in. Go out if you want to go out. Whatever it is that you do, I pray that you do it safely, that you have fun, relax if you're going to relax, whatever that looks like. Don't think that it's, I pray that you not think that it is not before you to relax. Yep, if you need it, take a chill pill, don't do anything today. It is quite all right. Whatever won't get done, if somebody else can do it, let them do it. It's okay. It's okay. It won't be done exactly the way you want it done, and it don't have to be. It's okay. It's, we want to digress and pull back from trying to do everything and be everything and think that everything is on me. It's not. It really isn't. It really isn't. It really doesn't have to be all your way, or because if it's not your way, it's all messed up. And yeah, let's digress. Let's move back away from that thinking so that we can be better and do better. I pray that you have a wonderful and blessed the rest of the day. Thank you so much for chilling with us on today. Thank you, Sherry, and all of your viewers and listeners who were out there watching or will watch and will view. I pray that you guys have an awesome time at the summit this week. I will peek in and out. I have very hectic days ahead of me. Very hectic days ahead of me. Oh, and look, one more plug. If you guys are seeking recovery or wellness care, look up Harvest of Hope Behavioral Health. It is a recovery center and a wellness center that you can come to at in Catonsville, Maryland, 720 Maiden Choice Lane. So if you are here in Baltimore, Maryland, if you are here in Baltimore, Maryland, or you're relocating this way, come on out because we do have services. We have recovery services and levels of care of PHP, IOP, and OP. Yep, all of those. And we do have housing for each of those levels of care. We have mental health and psychiatry, medication management as well. Look us up online, Harvest of Hope Behavioral Health. There'll be some other things that I'll be passing along the way. You guys keep on good no matter what it looks like. And please keep being good to yourselves. God be praised, and God bless you on today and each and every day. It's your girl Kat. I'm signing off, and I'll see y'all later. All right, bye bye.